What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and I have some very good news for you guys. Barcelona, according to reports coming from Spain, are desperate to sell both Philippe Coutinho and Ousmane Dembele, and Liverpool is the likely destination for Philippe Coutinho, Liverpool want to take Coutinho on a one-year loan to boost their attacking options. Liverpool's financial options are limited this summer, so we would prefer to sign players on loan or maybe on a cut price deals. That's what Liverpool are working with, and Barcelona want to sign a big attacking player this summer to long-term replace Luis Suarez, who of course is still a good player, but he's aging, and in 1 or 2 years Barcelona want to find a replacement for him, and they want to generate as much money as possible. The fact that Barcelona are selling Arthur to Juventus for 72 million shows that Barcelona have to sell to buy players this summer. And Coutinho had his best spell, his best period in England, scoring 54 goals and getting 45 assists across 5 seasons for Liverpool. So do you think that it would be a good idea for Liverpool to sign Coutinho? Liverpool fans, most of them, would absolutely love Liverpool to re-sign Coutinho. And ex-Liverpool striker Emil Heskey said that Coutinho is a wizard and Liverpool fans would love to have him back. So we will have a lot more in this video about whether Manchester City will stand guard of honor in front of Liverpool before the Manchester City-Liverpool game, and also some other very interesting stuff for you guys. So if you enjoy these videos, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And Coutinho would even take a pay cut in order to seal his Liverpool loan deal. That's how desperate Coutinho is to re-sign for Liverpool, because he still loves Liverpool in his heart, and he could see firsthand how good of a Liverpool team we have become since he departed for Barcelona, which I'm sure that he regrets in hindsight. Of course, that was his dream move at the time, but now I think Coutinho knows that it was a mistake for him to leave Liverpool, because this is where he played his best football. So apparently Barcelona want to bring in either Neymar or Lautaro Martinez, and either of them could cost well over £100 million. So Barcelona want to generate as much money as possible in the transfer market. That's why they are selling Arthur to Juventus for 72 million. And also they want to move on Coutinho, Ousmane Dembele, and maybe even other players. So I think it's very likely that Coutinho leaves Barcelona, and many Premier League clubs are looking at taking Coutinho on a loan deal. His permanent transfer, I don't think it's likely, because he would cost around 50-60 million pounds. And plus on top of that 10-15 million pounds in wages, and I don't think any Premier League club would want to sign a 27-28-year-old Coutinho not at the peak of his career. Actually, I think his peak was when he signed for Barcelona. Actually, you could argue that Liverpool sold him at the perfect time, and Liverpool rebuilt their squad using the Coutinho money, and the rest is history. We now have 4 trophies in just a little bit over a year won now, and we are the champions of England, champions of the world, champions of Europe. Absolutely fantastic feeling. And Emil Heskey said this about Coutinho: what Coutinho did with Liverpool was phenomenal. He is a phenomenal player, and everything good Liverpool did at that time went through Coutinho. So I think he would be welcomed back with open arms at Liverpool, and the fans would absolutely love to have him back. But are you getting that same player back? Generally you don't, but ask any Liverpool fan, they would love to have Coutinho back and that wizard playing in the midfield there. When you look at Philippe Coutinho, a lot of the good stuff he does, a lot of the good stuff he did at Liverpool, I mean, the whole team's play went through him, actually. And he was the main player, the biggest superstar at Liverpool, and he felt that way. When he went to Barcelona, where you have Lionel Messi in the side, and then you become a secondary player, or sometimes third or fourth in line, then it can dent your confidence a bit, especially when you have come from a team where the focus is all on you. And that's a very true observation by Emil Heskey, and I said it many times, that at Liverpool, Coutinho was the man. He was the biggest player at the club, the biggest superstar, and at Barcelona, he was just one of many, another star in the team, but not even the most important attacker or midfielder. And Emir Heskey also said, you have got to adapt your game, and sometimes players can't adapt that. And then Coutinho went to Bayern, and it could possibly be the same situation. They've got players in there that are established and they know what they want to do, and he's got to fit into that, and sometimes that's hard, and he didn't do a very good job at Bayern Munich. He did a better job at Bayern than he did at Barcelona. But at Barcelona he had a very good first half season, and then his next season, the first full season at Barcelona, it was an absolute disaster. And even Brendan Rodgers explained how the Philippe Coutinho transfer actually paved the way for Liverpool to win so many trophies. And this is what he said: the money Liverpool gained from Philippe Coutinho has enabled them to buy Van Dijk, Alisson and Fabinho, three players who have absolutely transformed the team. They have been consistently the best team in England, and to get the title after such a long wait, I am delighted for all the fans. It is very fitting. They have been brilliant this year. They have looked like a machine. The team have so much quality with professional players who play at the highest level. I text Jurgen Klopp this week and Jordan Henderson, who I know very well. I am delighted for them all. I'm pleased for the ownership who came into football new, and each year they have learned about the game and are fantastic owners who deserve that success. And I applaud Brendan Rodgers for his comments. That's very nice of him to actually praise Liverpool, and I'm sure that he still has Liverpool in his heart. And I also wanted to tell you guys what Coutinho said straight after leaving Liverpool and going to Barcelona, because I think it's very telling how big of a mistake it was. This is what he said: everyone knows that I wanted to come to Barcelona. It wasn't possible in the summer, but we worked so it could be done in the winter. I really want to win big titles. It was one of the reasons that made me sign for Barcelona. I want to win as many as I can. I don't have preferences. Wow. Since then, yes, he won titles. He won the Spanish Cup and the Spanish League with Barcelona in his first season. He won the Spanish League in his second season, I think, as well, and he won the Bundesliga title with Bayern Munich. Liverpool since then won the Premier League, won the Champions League, won the UEFA Super Cup, won the FIFA Club World Cup, and also we are on course to win multiple titles now every season. And Coutinho has been just a bit part player both at Barcelona and at Bayern Munich, and I'm sure he hasn't envisaged this happening. I didn't want this to happen at all, and I think that Coutinho made the mistake. But at that time I understand why he made it, because Liverpool weren't looking like a team capable of winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League. Remember that we finished fourth twice in a row, qualifying only just for the Champions League. Just after Coutinho left, Liverpool went like this. We went to a Champions League final, then we went to a 97-point Premier League season and another Champions League final, which then we won. And then, of course, this almost invincible Premier League season. Absolutely amazing season that Liverpool had. And yeah, Coutinho couldn't have seen that. And also, maybe if Liverpool don't sell Coutinho, I think we wouldn't have been in this position, because from that money we were able to sign Alisson, Van Dijk, Fabinho, and those three players, as Haman said, has absolutely changed and transformed this football club. And without that Coutinho money, maybe we can sign one out of those three, and I don't see Liverpool winning the title and the Champions League without Alisson, Van Dijk and Fabinho in the team, that's for sure. Pep Guardiola was asked whether Manchester City will stand guard of honor to Liverpool when Man City hosts Liverpool at the Etihad, and this is what he said: of course we are going to do it. We are going to do the guard of honor for Liverpool, of course. Always we receive Liverpool when they come to our house in an incredible way. They cannot complain, and of course we are going to do it because they deserve it. And it's a big tradition in England, just my comments. So it would be absolutely despicable if Man City didn't do the guard of honor for Liverpool, because Liverpool is the most deserving title winners in the Premier League's history. Guardiola also said about Manchester City's hunger or passion and whether that have dipped following last year's treble success. He said, a team that wins 8 trophies in the last 3 years have passion in every single game, in every competition, everywhere. No one in this country can say that we don't. It is so difficult to do what we have done in the most difficult league in the world, but you cannot win all the time. There was one team that was exceptional, and when one team is exceptional, I can learn from them and congratulate them. It is simple. This team's passion and desire, it is going and going and going again. Right now it is a priority because it is the next game, the FA Cup game, and we can get Wembley again in the semi-final. As I saw Newcastle, and they have the weapons to punish us. The important thing is this game, and after you can finish the Premier League as best as possible, finish second, and after that we have time to prepare for Real Madrid. So yeah, Man City, I think they lost a lot of defensive solidity, and also they were very vulnerable to the counter-attack this season in the Premier League. But they are still an incredible world-class team who can hurt any team on any day. They were just not consistent enough in the Premier League. But I think next season Man City will be up there, and Liverpool will have to stay at this level if we want to keep winning the title. And Ditamar Haman also said, and he's of course a former Liverpool player, so he's maybe a little bit biased, but he has said that there has been a power shift in England and Liverpool are now the most attractive club in England. This is what he said. When I was a player, the club everyone wanted to join was Manchester United. You knew that signing for United guaranteed you medals and trophies. They were the biggest club, the club that everyone inside and outside England spoke about. Sir Alex Ferguson retired, Liverpool have suffered on the pitch, and with a perfect timing, Jurgen Klopp has come in and made Liverpool the club everyone wants to join now. In that respect, he has knocked Man United off their perch. I'm not sure Liverpool will dominate the Premier League like Man United did. I can categorically say no. No, there will not be another era where there is a team who wins like 13 titles in 20 years and they basically win the title every 2 seasons out of 3, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think there will be another team like that, just because the Premier League has so much money now and there is so many big and rich clubs who can buy incredible players. And I think the title will go around. One season Liverpool will win it, then maybe Man City will win it, then Chelsea win it, then maybe Man United will come back and win it. So there will be many different title winners, I think, in the next 10 years. That's just my prediction and my feeling. Of course, I hope Liverpool can win it every other season for the next like 5-6 years, but it's very hard to look beyond that because probably Jurgen Klopp will leave and then Liverpool will have another big problem on their hands. How can we replace Jurgen Klopp and replicate the success? And Dietmar Hamann also said, I'm not sure Liverpool will dominate the Premier League like Man United did, because Man City and Pep Guardiola will have something to say about that. But Liverpool are 5 years ahead of Man United, and London's big clubs are even further behind. Klopp has 4 years left on his contract, and by the time that is up, he will want to get past Man United's 20 titles and also win the Champions League again. I think that's a very realistic goal for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. Win at least 2 titles in the next 5 years and win at least 1 Champions League in the next 5 years. I don't think that's an almost impossible thing to do, just because of how strong Liverpool are. And John Barnes actually said that Liverpool not necessarily have to sign big players this summer to stay at the top. He said this: if Liverpool were to make big signings and then suddenly those signings cannot play in the team and they cannot get into the starting lineup because of Salah and Firmino and Mane, it damages the harmony of the dressing room and the club. How does that big signing feel when he's always on the bench? I don't think they need to do it at all, and I don't feel this was the reason Man City didn't win the title this season. Pep Guardiola and Klopp, the two most successful managers in world football, both feel like they don't have to make big signings to compete. So who are we to question that? They are successful every year. If you have players who you can put in the squad, like Minamino, Origi, Liverpool still have a large squad with people that can make an impact from the bench. It is not an issue to go and sign someone. I don't see why there is a necessity to sign big players. They are 23 points better off than everybody else. Lallana is on his way, so maybe they will replace him, but I can't see Liverpool making big signings. If they do, there is pressure on their reaction and the harmony they bring to the team. And that's actually a very good point by John Barnes. I think we can get away with 1 more season without making too many big signings, but because of the Africa Cup of Nations, and that it could happen next January, I think Liverpool need to sign maybe a Coutinho on loan, or maybe somebody who can play in the attacking midfield role and out wide as well. Maybe a young winger who doesn't cost a lot of money. Because Liverpool will be short of options when Salah and Mane leaves Liverpool for 5 or 6 weeks for the Africa Cup of Nations. And James Milner told a warning sign to Liverpool squad that they can't switch to autopilot and let their guard down in the last 7 games in the Premier League. Just because the next season is starting so soon after this season finished. So if you are in bad form, that could carry over to next season, but I don't think Jurgen Klopp will let that happen. But James Milner said this: it's about getting that balance right between enjoying it and getting ready to go again. You see how difficult it is for any team to defend the title. Man City managed it last season when they got 98 points, but they tried twice before and failed. Those 2 times I was there, we were never at the races, and that was everybody. That's something I've learned from. This team has proved we can react well and go again, and after a disappointment, we came back from losing the Champions League final. We have come back from finishing second with 97 points, but it's a new challenge to go again when you have been successful. Can we deal with that? Can we keep showing that hunger and keep playing in the same way? Being as good next year as we have been this year won't be enough, because City will raise their game, and so will Manchester United and other clubs. All these teams are pushing for the top, and when you are right at the very top, everyone wants to take it away from you. We are now there to be shot at, and we have to be big enough to deal with that. We have to keep pushing. I don't think this team will ever go into autopilot. I don't think we have those sort of characters or attitude, but that's the challenge now. It doesn't mean we are automatically going to win it again. We know how good Man City and other teams are. We know this will hurt Man City, so they will come back firing, but it's down to us to try and go again. I think it's very true, and a very good point by James Milner. He was at Manchester City and before, and every time Man City won the league, they couldn't go again and win it next year. There was always another team, Man United or Chelsea won it the next year. And that's now the big challenge for Liverpool. We need to go again. We need to keep this momentum, keep this level of performances, and carry it into next season and win the title next season. It's definite motivation, Milner continued. Not so much the record, but I think it is just the responsibility of pulling on a Liverpool shirt, going out with that responsibility to win a game. That is what is expected of us, and you are always pushing to be the best of you can. How many chances do you get to reach that amount of points? It is incredible. You wouldn't want to look back and think, oh, we won the title, but the last 7 games we were poor, we didn't get at it. And obviously with not knowing how long we will get off once the season is over, these next games are sort of preparation for going into next season as well. It's so important that we keep getting up to speed and back up to that level, so we will be pushing as hard as we can to finish the season strongly. And that's why it's so important to finish with as many points as we can, but also take that stepping stone for next season. And I think those are very wise words by James Milner. And even Jurgen Klopp admitted that this Liverpool team won't stop evolving. He can't guarantee more silverware, but he's just said that we will just try to win every game possible. And Jurgen Klopp said, the last 13 months were pretty special for us. It's true, I would like to involve the year before, because it was an incredible time in my football life. I didn't experience it before, not that good. The consistency the boys show is so exceptional, and we will not stop. We really have to be focused and stay focused, because we will see the opportunity, and I will promise we will improve even more. But this will not mean we will win everything, but that we will improve. City is exceptional, so I cannot promise that we will win something. If you ask my team at Mainz, they worked hard, Dortmund as well. This group is a mix. We have a lot of world-class players, but other clubs do have world-class players too. The consistency comes from the mix of determination, buying into the ideas, attitude, character, personality. That's what makes this group special. They are confident because we won, but they are humble. If they stay humble, we have a good chance to be successful. It helped massively that we won the Champions League. It helps from a confidence point of view, from the nearly man to a winner. We get a super push from our supporters. Every 2 weeks we have the best atmosphere in football. We have a good situation. We use our history instead of being held back by it. We will make sure we are still good from now on. And that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant that Jurgen Klopp is saying that. And now I have even more confidence that Liverpool will go again next year and do everything to win the league. Klopp said, you can go, if you want to win the league, it's pretty much not allowed to lose a game. City have never stopped since Pep was there. We will try not to stop, to improve, to make things special. Tomorrow we train, that's how it is. We have a common dream. We have big dreams. The more people dream, the more important and stronger it gets. So we will not stop. If you really go into the details, you will see we have been doing this for 3-4 years. The intensity was never less. We were not as successful previously, but the boys are more experienced now, more convinced, more confident, and we know other teams are there, but we will do a lot to improve the situation, and there will be hard fights. And the hard fight starts now, and that's the perfect way to end this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.